32 days to go until the election, and Republicans are getting worried about the amount of non-citizens that are on voting rolls right now. There has been a lot of purges across the different states, and that is getting Congress Republicans a little bit scared about, okay, if they're purging, just how many more are left on the rolls. And dozens of lawmakers in the House and Senate are calling for more information from the Justice Department about efforts to stop non-citizen voting in federal elections, which they call a, quote, serious threat to election integrity, citing officials in multiple states who have identified non-citizens on their voter rolls. A letter from 73 lawmakers led by Senator Bill Hagerty and Representative Andy Biggs sent to Attorney General Merrick Garland said that they were deeply concerned by reports of non-citizens registering to vote and voting in federal elections and had not received a response from an inquiry in July on the matter here. And what I have is the full letter, and I'm going to read it for everyone here on Live Now from Fox, because remember, I'm always looking out for you as we have the full letter. I'm going to read it out right here on Live Now from Fox, everybody. Let's bring it to you. This is the letter from more than 70 Republicans. Dear Attorney General Garland, we are deeply concerned by reports of non-citizens registering to vote and voting in federal elections. As of today, there has been no response from you or your department regarding the inquiry on July 12th, 2024, seeking information on efforts undertaken by your department to enforce laws prohibiting non-citizen voting. Given that the 2024 presidential election is now less than 34 days, your department's inaction and refusal to provide any information regarding its efforts to promote public trust and confidence in our elections is especially alarming. Since the initial letter, several more concerning reports have been released by state officials, indicating that a large number of non-citizens appear on their voter rolls. For example, the Virginia Attorney General recently announced that 6,300 non-citizens were identified on and removed from Virginia voter rolls in 2022 and 2023. In another troubling report released in August, over 6,500 non-citizens registered to vote in Texas were identified and removed from voter rolls. Of the 6,500 non-citizens identified, nearly 2,000 had a voter history. Clearly, there is non-negligible amount of voter participation by non-citizens in federal elections, which is not only a serious threat to the integrity of our elections and the democratic process they represent, but also the potential to reduce Americans' trust and confidence in election results. Accordingly, we respectfully reiterate the July 12th request for information on your department's enforcement efforts. The initial deadline for providing this information was July 26, 2024, so the response is now 9 weeks overdue. What affirmative steps have the Department of Justice taken to detect, prevent, and deter illegal aliens and non-citizens from registering and voting in federal elections? What affirmative steps have the department taken to obtain relevant information from the Department of Homeland Security on aliens who have registered or voted in elections? What steps have taken by U.S. attorneys and the Public Integrity Section of the Criminal Division, which is responsible for prosecuting election crimes and assisting U.S. attorneys in prosecuting election crimes, to obtain jury-related information that indicates aliens have unlawfully registered to vote? As the 2024 election nears, what steps will the department take to detect, investigate, and prosecute non-citizens who violate election laws? What steps have the department taken to contact Virginia and Texas election officials to obtain information and the voter registration and voter history files on each of the aliens removed from the voter rolls who were unlawfully registered and voted in those states? Thank you for your attention to this matter, and we look forward to your prompt reply. And it's signed by the more than 70 congressmen and women who